of class of 1990 and class of 1996 will please meet outside for the final compliance with the orders, which Majanja always did. So we'll just meet outside immediately after that. Finally, I have condolences messages from the chair of the Old Boys Club of Alliance High School and also from Mama County, who was here but unfortunately couldn't stay until the end, Honorable Elsie Muhanda. And now it's my distinct pleasure to invite the Honorable Chief Registrar of the Judiciary, who I will request for the sake of time to take us through the next segment after she finishes a short speech, which I insist must be 2 minutes or less. She will then invite the Honorable Deputy Chief Justice, and I hope you'll have the words to convince her to make her speech 2 minutes or less, even as you invite her. And when the Honorable Deputy Chief Justice invites the Honorable Chief Justice to make her speech and also to invite the Speaker of the National Assembly, I hope, Honorable Chief Justice, you'll have the persuasion to convince the Honorable Chief Justice to give a speech that is less than 3 minutes. Please. Thank you very much. Here is the Honorable Chief Registrar.
Thank you, Justice Ngugi. I believe this is the only time I can be able to take instructions from you. To the family of our dear friend and colleague, Justice Majanja, Honorable Chief Justice, I stand on the protocols that have already been established. I had a written speech, but because of time, I will say that Honorable Justice Majanja was a great man, and today we stand to mourn him as a great leader, as a mentor, as a man who spoke for the voiceless and who defended the weak. Justice Majanja, I first encountered him in August 2011 when he appeared before the Judicial Service Commission in August during the recruitment of the first cohort of judges under the 2010 Constitution. And him, together with Professor Ngugi, were the youngest judges to be appointed then at the age of 38. Certainly because of the credentials, strong credentials that you held, but you still did not disappoint, and Judge Majanja did not disappoint. So because of time, I recognize that there are staff who are here from the judiciary. Perhaps you could stand up just for recognition. Staff of the judiciary, please wave. Staff of the Judicial Service Commission who are here, please stand up and wave for recognition. Thank you. Justice Majanja was the bridge between us and the commission. He was a man who was down to earth and believed in those who were even below him. So because of time, it is my singular pleasure to welcome the Honorable Deputy Chief Justice to address and make her remarks. Thank you.
Fellow mourners, on 9th of this month in the evening, I was called by my PA to tell me that Judge Majanja had called to have me be informed that he was going to go into hospital the following morning, but that I should not worry, and he didn't want to talk to me. So I asked why he didn't want to talk to me, and I was told his speech was completely blurred and he didn't want me to worry. But by saying that, he really made me worry. And so I waited that night. Thankfully, we had somebody at the hospital whom we kept calling to find out how he was doing. But Judge Majanja said that the following morning, would I go to see him in the hospital? The operation was scheduled for 9 according to the information, and later 10. I don't know when it finally happened. Now, 10th was a difficult day for me because I kept asking, has he been seen? And the hospital would not give us information. Finally, they gave us the ward to which, the room in the ward to which he would be taken after the treatment. So at 3, I had completely panicked, and I insisted that my PA calls the hospital, and when we called, we were told, just hold on, we are now headed to the ICU or something like that. And now I properly panicked. Judge Majanja and I had 3 great years at the Judicial Service Commission, 3 very great years during an extremely difficult time when he, myself, and a few others were trying to fight to defend the independence of the judiciary. Judge Majanja was my friend from 2011. Judge Majanja and I had very many meals together, which of course I bought because I was the senior. That's a practice in the legal profession, not because he was broke, because he was never broke. And the last one we had was in May during his campaigns. In April or May, I forget which, he found me before the ELC judges in Naivasha. We had a retreat, and that's the day I noticed that his hand was shaking. So when we walked out, I asked him, Judge, are you so scared of this election? You already won one before. Why would you be worried now? Then he said, DCJ, don't worry. That's all he said. And I wish he had told me then, because although I'm not a doctor, or maybe I should even take that back, because when time comes, it comes. I don't know who can stop God. When finally I got the message that we had lost Judge, I was totally crushed. Because unlike most of us who are hypocrites, he was not. He was a nice guy, very nice guy. Treated all of us with due respect, consulted all of us. And me in particular, he would call and tell me, get out of chambers. We rarely met in the building for obvious reasons. And we went to our lunch place, and he would say, oh, this is happening, why don't we do it this way, or what do you think, and whatever. We are all dying. We are dying. I don't know when I will go, but when I go, I hope there'll be somebody to say, despite everything that is negative about me, I cared about humanity. Judge cared about humanity. A shame on death, because Resurrection Day is coming. Rest well, my brother. CJ.